I just wanted to tell you why you should be stocking up on food and stocking up on as much food as you can right now. This is Linda from Let's Talk Prepping, and I just want to look at a few headlines. This is from headlineusa.com. Biden says food shortages are coming, not his fault. Defending freedom will have costs for all of us. And he goes down here, it says, Biden was asked whether the participants in the NATO summit had discussed food shortages. With regard to food shortage, yes, we did talk about food shortages, Biden responded, and it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia, it's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well, he continued. So Biden is admitting there's going to be food shortages, and he has said that we will actually give food to some of these other countries, thus taking it out of our mouths. Then as we look here, this is the Western Journal, and it's westernjournal.com. Mega drought expands into America's breadbasket. Hot, dry conditions headed to heartland. And they go on to talk about the worst mega drought in North America since 800 AD. And they measure it by tree rings. They said in study in North America from Montana to northern Mexico and from the Pacific Ocean east to the Rocky Mountains, researchers have found mega droughts have taken place since 800 AD. So we have multiple mega droughts have taken place, with the last one taking place in the late 1500s. Some lasted up to 30 years. So we have a mega drought, and if you just look at the map here, all of this brown area is where the drought persists. So it doesn't look good for growing food because of the drought. And then if we look over here, WTO chief warns rising food prices may prompt unrest in poor countries. I believe it's going to be more than just poor countries. It's going to be in the U.S. also. We're going to have unrest, rising food prices. Already prices are going up. It's going to be, people will not have money to buy food in the near future. And when I say near future, I mean probably by the end of the summer. So now would be the time to really start stocking up. Breaking, Biden warns of incoming food shortages. It's going to be real. And this is really something. This is zerohedge.com. Death toll rises to over 12 million chickens and turkeys in second month of America's bird flu pandemic. Everyone needs to start paying attention to this crisis because America's rapidly growing bird flu pandemic is going to deeply affect all of us at the grocery store. I've been filming some of the empty shelves at the grocery store, and actually my stores haven't been that bad. And other people in the comments have been saying, hey, what are you saying? Our stores aren't that bad. We still have food. Yes, we do still have food. So now is the time to actually go and get it because I don't think it's going to last. So this pandemic of bird flu has escalated dramatically in the second month. It continues to spread like wildfire. We will soon be facing a nightmare of absolutely epic proportions. On Friday, I was stunned to learn that an outbreak of bird flu at an egg-laying farm in Iowa is going to result in the culling of over 5 million chickens. That's a lot, 5 million. And about 50,000 turkeys. Are there going to be turkeys then for Thanksgiving? I'm not sure. So just think about it. 5 million chickens suddenly gone. What do you think that's going to do to the price of eggs? Make sure you are sitting down for what I'm going to share with you next. After this first month, the death toll from this pandemic was sitting at approximately 2.8 million, and that's chickens. The death toll in the second month of the pandemic has now reached 12.6 million. So we've gone from 2.8 million to 12.6 million, and that's chickens. and turkeys in 8 states. So it means the death toll has risen by close to 10 million in less than 2 weeks. Let that sink in for a moment. If this pandemic continues to rise on such a trajectory, what is our food supply going to look like a few months down the road? The wholesale price of eggs was $1.60 on Wednesday, and then data shows the wholesale eggs jumped 10 cents to $1.60 Wednesday, the most significant daily gain since the early days of the virus pandemic. If this continues to spread in a manner that is completely out of control, the wholesale price of eggs is going to go far, far higher than that. Of course, chicken and turkey were both becoming more expensive as meat prices soared even before this pandemic, and we're talking about the bird pandemic, not the people pandemic. Now we are potentially facing very real shortages of both chicken and turkey in the months ahead, and prices could easily go to levels that we have never seen before. And this all comes at a time when global food supplies are getting tighter and tighter with each passing day. Global hunger was already rapidly rising before 2022 started, and now we have a real nightmare on our hands. And they're saying we hope the strain doesn't mutate and that can spread easily among humans. They really haven't been saying that they think it's going to spread among humans. Millions of chickens and turkeys have already died, and millions more will die in this country. That means that there will be a lot less eggs than usual. And it also means a lot less chicken meat and turkey meat. This is all happening in the context of a major food crisis that we've all been warned about, and that global food crisis looks like it's going to escalate dramatically in the months ahead. If you have not been paying much attention up until now, you need to wake up. I will repeat that. If you have not been paying much attention up until now, you need to wake up. This is the real deal. So what that means is you better start stocking up. And I wanted to just show you 2 emails that I got. This is from the Seed Armory. Seeds are running out. Get ready for food shortages now. And he says, you may have already heard about the food shortages from President Biden, but this week, for the first time in a very long time, Seed Armory has had no choice but to raise the prices of our individual packets of seeds. Our packaging costs have tripled. Labeling has seen nearly a 4x increase since last year, and seed costs are skyrocketing. So they're trying to keep their prices as low as possible. They've been experiencing record-breaking sales over the past 2 weeks and don't have much inventory remaining. They're probably going to run out of stock in the near future, and there's no option for a back order. Seeds are vanishing, especially heirloom. So it says this isn't our final goodbye, but a warning to get prepared now. So if you don't have food, you're going to have to grow your own. But you can only do that if you have seeds. So I'd advise you to stock up on food and on seeds. And then one more quick email. Mother Earth Products sent an email, and they said, as you know, everyone and everything is getting hit with inflation and shortages. Demand is way up, supply is low. We have had to turn off foods on our site that we cannot get a hold of until the next crop comes in, and lead times have increased when planning for restocks. We are facing shipping cost increases with FedEx and USPS, and with our carriers, so freight is going up exponentially. The prices of our food has risen on our end not once or twice, but upwards of 3 times. Even packing materials costs have gone up, as well as our warehouse materials, Mylars and jar costs. Basically, we're seeing a rising costs on every side, including office supplies. So everybody is telling us, hey, it's going to happen. We're going to run out of food this year, and there are going to be an awful lot of shortages. And prices are just going up exponentially. So right now would be the time to buy extra food. It's going to be like money in the bank because prices will be so high. What costs $1 now will probably cost $5 by the end of the summer. So get prepared. Comment, let me know what you think. Please subscribe, and thanks for watching.